On today's episode of the Kokomo Press, we talk a little bit about a new healthcare policy in Canada that has major implications on mental health in general.
Happy Thanksgiving, and today we did a Thanksgiving edition of Spit or Swallow.
We also talked about how small dicks are now in fashion.
Oh, so that's exciting for me. We talk about all this and more on this week's episode of the Kokomo Press Podcast. Woo!
Finger guns.
Warning, this video contains adult content not suitable for children.
What's up? It's the Kokomo Press Podcast. I'm Jordan Granger, and as always, I'm joined by one of the greatest co-hosts in the world,
Courtney.
And we have a very special guest today. Her better half, you see him all the time on the page. Better half, her other half, I don't know. He's always on the page. Yeah, you're engaged now.
It's me and Kim, not
It's
Jordan.
us.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kim from Fade.
It's me.
Kim the chemist.
It's just me.
It's just Kimberly.
It's
Happy
just Kimberly.
Thanksgiving. Yeah, she did the sign this week, so that's why it looks so much better than when I do it. When I do it, it's just like dude handwriting in all capital letters, and
I made pumpkins.
I know, and you didn't even know it lit up, so it was funny that when it lit up, you're like, what? I didn't expect that to happen.
And it's my butt.
Is that your butt?
And then that's yours.
That's mine.
And mine is the tiny one. Because I don't have a butt anymore.
You used to have a butt. Where'd
I
it
know.
go?
And I'm doing squats.
Yeah, you gotta do
proud of
something to
you.
get it back. It's gotta.
I did 20.
It looks great.
And then I did like 3 with Jordan last night.
It looks great. It's
Oh yeah, we were talking
proportioned.
about
Those
squats
counted.
last night while we were filming, and this is the only preview I'm going to give people. This is what we were filming.
You fucking bitch.
How dare you? Look how good this photo is. Whoever took it did a wonderful job.
That is the shittiest photo I've ever seen.
But that's all people were going to get as a sneak peek from me. I know some of the other people in the group have done their worst. I don't want that to delete. Done their worst to like put out all this stuff, but I'm trying to keep it low key.
Who's put out stuff?
Jesse put a behind the scene photo up.
What?
Messy Jesse Davis.
Which one?
For
Shut
shame.
up.
It was just him.
Okay.
Him as the.
He can't
plumber.
do that.
I know. I don't know how
Spoilers.
how many like backs. I mean, your boo's brother posted the photo of that on Facebook.
That's fine.
Okay. I don't know how much we're
No, but
allowed
I
to-
don't think very many people have very much context about what's going on.
Let's talk about it a little bit. We're filming.
We're not going to talk about it. Okay,
We're
let's talk about it.
Okay, we gotta talk about it a little bit. Okay,
Talk about it a little bit.
We're filming like they call them B movies.
It's a B horror film.
It's a B horror film, and it was written by Courtney. Like the concept of the thing is like written by Courtney. It's directed by Maddie Kroll, and we've all kind of written a little bit of it to like, get it to going. But like it stars like a bunch of different people from our group, so it's gonna be really fun. And then I also get to bring back an old character from a Kokomo Press skit, Italian Mike, baby. I can't
It's
wait.
not just Mike, he's Italian.
He's
Mike.
Italian Mike now. He's the Italian good old Mike.
I can't wait. I didn't know. I
Oh my
I know
God.
a little bit about it, but I don't
It's
even
so
know a lot
good.
about it.
It's so good.
Yeah, I'm
love
excited. There's so many weird things that are getting ready to.
Matt's editing is so good though.
Yeah, he's doing a good job, and I'm happy that he is, because like that's why I was like last night I was like, no, we need to shoot that. We need to shoot, because I've been doing a whole lot of editing lately, and I just know he's gonna need it all.
Yeah.
It's so much more fun. The more you have, the better it is.
I was just so out of it last night.
I know
I
you
was
said
just-
you barely slept.
Yeah.
What's going on with you?
I don't know.
No ass, not sleeping. What the
Yeah,
fuck?
I don't know. It's crazy.
You're still in your metamorphosis that we talked about.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're not fully out of the cocoon.
No.
Almost a butterfly.
Almost.
Yeah, as a Pokemon, you'd be a Butterfree.
Yeah.
Caterpie, Metapod.
I'm a
Butterfree.
metapod right now.
Yeah. Ah, well, last
I
night
could
I
be
was
a
joking.
Kakuna.
I was talking about you looking like a fitness girl, and then I found this, and I wanted to bring this up. What do you think? So this girl said she was body shamed by Disneyland staff.
See, I
for a
read that.
so-called dress
I
code.
did this. This
Okay,
is not body shaming.
Okay, tell me about it.
It's not fucking body shaming. Body
Yeah.
shaming is like making fun of somebody for the way their body looks.
Okay, hold on. So when a girl goes to school, okay,
Yeah.
and she wears like a little bit, shows a little bit of midriff, or
Yeah.
she's got shorts that are a little bit too short, and the teacher comes up and says, "You're showing too much body," and she looks good. We call that body shaming as well, right?
Why?
Because they're saying you can't show your body because it's going to affect men, and it's like the gazing eye. So to me, this is still body shaming. It's just not like fat shaming, obviously. You know what I mean? Being hot are you allowed to be hot in a space? I mean,
No.
Yeah, you are.
You're not allowed to be ugly either.
I'm constantly hot in a lot of spaces.
I am. Yeah.
I saw on TikTok that somebody was talking about this.
Yeah.
And she said, I wore a skimpy bikini to Disneyland to get a free t-shirt.
Yeah.
because like isn't that what they did for her? They gave her a t-shirt and was like, you need to put this on over the top.
Yeah, so I've seen a lot of people do that too.
And she didn't get the free t-shirt. She got asked to leave.
That's hilarious.
Like they're tired of giving out merchandise.
Once people start like actually like
we run the world, right? We can't give you a t-shirt.
Yeah, we can't do that. Too many. Well, I mean, obviously,
it's Disney.
It is Disney, and I mean, I get it but there's all these Disney adults that like will wear like I saw. I don't have the graphic for it, but I saw another picture where it was like a couple of Disney adults that were like, we don't have kids, but we're Disney adults, and it was like a shirt, and it was like basically like saying we don't need kids to come here, and then you have people that show up like that don't have kids that dress like that, and they're like, oh, my kids are here, and it's like,
yeah.
Didn't they used to have like a gay day at Disneyland?
They should. They did. Every place ever should always have a gay day.
It should be a gay day every day.
Every day is a gay day.
Every day is a gay day for me.
Well, if you're U.S. Men's soccer, you definitely believe that because they're doing the World Cup stuff, the qualifying stuff in Qatar, which is like a highly anti-LGBTQ.
Oh
like,
yeah, I saw that.
Anti-women, anti-everything. It's literally just like if you're not a brown man with a beard and Muslim, you're below. Like they won't even sell alcohol there. Like Budweiser is a major sponsor of this shit, and they can't sell alcohol at the World Cup.
Oh, weird.
But Team USA changed their colors to this just for this, and in my head I'm like, you know, if you're we can't. It's not the LGBTQ. You know what I mean? We're representing USA, but I kind of get it at the same time because it's like a protest thing.
Right.
Yeah, I enjoy it. I enjoy it, but also I kind of get why some people are like, "Why are you doing this?"
I don't.
Yeah. Did you just don't go? If that's the protest, say we're not going to be a part of this. You know what I mean?
That I feel like that would make a bigger statement.
It definitely would, and that's where I feel like that's that social media hollow shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're just gonna make them. You're just gonna make them mad at the LGBTQ.
Yeah, and
yes. Versus being able to like pull out and just be like, no, we're not going to be a part of this because we support.
Be the bigger person
we support
instead
these
of
people.
Like mocking them.
No, they still want to be able to be a part of it, but
yeah,
you know what I mean. Like it's making a statement for sure, but the bigger, more accepting statement would be like, no, you don't recognize or accept these people, so we don't want to be a part of that conversation.
Or if FIFA would have just said, hey, we're not going to any nation that doesn't recognize human rights.
Yeah.
Right.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
And that's why I think it kind of drives me crazy is because USA, we can't pretend like USA doesn't have any pull in this stuff. Like they couldn't have said, we're not going to come, and then England says, well, we're not going to come, and then they say, okay, we're not going to do it in Qatar. And then this Qatar place, I hope I'm saying it right, it's like QATAR.
No, it's Qatar.
I've read it, but I've never said it. You know, it's one of those words. And I just feel like in that situation, it's like it would have done more to say, you know, fuck you guys. You guys can't host it then because you're assholes. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
I'm just laughing because we keep saying coming and pulling out.
Coming and pulling out.
That's the only reason why I'm laughing. I'm not laughing about anything else.
You're such a child. I love you.
I'm so immature.
Speaking of coming and pulling out, what about this guy?
Oh my god.
This went viral.
You know he's done it once.
I know. Did you see the bottom?
Is that real?
The bottom's like we were all thinking it. Yeah. Apparently this is like it's a recreation, but Thomas Wadhouse was an English circus performer who lived in the 18th century. He is most famously known for having the world's longest nose, which measured at 7.5 inches.
I don't know.
He puts a lot of penises to shame with his nose.
It's got
I've never been more attracted to a nose.
I saw somebody posted the photo. If you guys haven't seen the photo, check it out. But the photo of it, and it was like, I know when he's down there, he had to do it, but he's like, I know it smells weird down there. It's like, imagine this, like you're just,
oh god,
like you're just, your nose is like stuffed.
No, you gotta put like he had a nosebleed, so you like put a tampon in there.
Do you think he asks?
I don't know. I'm more interested to see where his nostrils are actually at.
Yeah.
Like, are his nostrils as long?
They're like down.
Are his nostrils as long as?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Could you imagine the lines of cocaine?
Oh yeah.
I'm just saying, like, if they are that, like,
how would you get to it though?
You wouldn't.
But like, you
no,
can't.
I'm saying, like, if the nostril was that long, you just like plop your nose on the table, and then it's all in there.
Does it like flop around? It's like a dick that doesn't go like soft.
My question though is, okay, when he's getting ready, like let's say the girl's like, will you please? And he's like, okay, I got one question for you. And he's like, are you a creamer or a squirter? Because the creamer would be worse,
like
right?
A neti pot. Be like a neti pot up in there, just.
I feel like.
But I'd rather one big like gush at the end than
no.
the whole time your nostrils just filling with this cream, just like going all up in there.
No.
Oh man.
If it's the squirter, then it's like the neti pot, and you're like,
cool.
Like you drink too
Thanks.
much, like you drink something and it goes up your nose.
Like you squirted me and I squirted you back.
Oh, man. Got her. I wonder if
I hate myself.
I wonder if because this guy's nose is putting a lot of dudes to shame, if a lot of dudes are excited because good news, tiny dicks might come back into fashion.
Fashion?
Yeah, back
Are you
into
gonna
fashion.
start like showing off your dick?
Yeah, I think so. So right now, this is a picture of a statue with like statue of David with a small pee-pee, and it's like good news, tiny dicks might come back
Wasn't
into
it that
fashion.
like smaller dicks meant you like
They were
better?
I
Like,
have heard that with like art and statues, they would make the genitals look smaller because big genitals were like
frowned upon, like
they were laughed at.
Yeah.
Like it was like
comedic, like
yes, and then small. That's why everybody laughs at Jordan because like shit's huge. But
that's why we hang out with comedians.
Yeah.
it looks like a button. Had an ex-husband like that. You pushed it on, looked like a vagina.
Looks and big dick.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, what's up, guys? You talking about me? No, like to me, like the funny thing about it is like when you're like, so what I had heard was with a small dicks, the reason why they did that is because big thinkers, the more blood to your brain, less blood to your less blood
that's
to
what
your
it was.
dick.
That's what I was gonna say.
That's
But
it.
I've
Yeah.
also heard the opposite of it, which was like it was like almost like a version of like racism because those blacks from down there in Africa have big dicks, so and they're not very smart, so
that's what it
we're
was.
the smart ones with small dicks, and it's like, oh well, they made like the causation without correlation, or the correlation without causation, which is like, oh, because we have small dicks and big brains, and because they're primitive, we and they have big dicks, it must be the dicks. It's like it's a very
It's always the dicks.
It's a very patriarchal way to think about it because it's like, oh, clearly everything's related to our dick.
Oh yeah.
The most racist shit.
That is, it really is.
That's pretty racist, right?
Oh my
It's like the
gosh.
most racist it could be. Yeah, to me personally, I don't care. I don't care, but I did.
You don't care about the size of dicks?
I mean, it doesn't affect me. I only care about the size of one dick, and that's my own.
Yeah.
And
That's
the trans woman I'm with, but that doesn't matter. I'm just kidding.
Yes.
Shelby's not trans. I'm just joking. Yeah, or is she?
God.
He?
No, she.
She.
She's a trans woman. If anything.
I love
Come
Shelby.
on, man. I'm pan, but I'm not that pan.
Okay.
I'm like pasta pan.
You're like
I'm
a pot?
Pastafari. I'm stuck on that. I'll never. Well, I know with the small dicks coming back, this was the article that it was based off of, which is, did you guys hear about the declining sperm counts in men worldwide could threaten the future of humanity?
Yes.
Really?
You guys excited?
Yeah.
People
People
are
any more
having-
people.
They just high-fived the end of humanity, guys. They just high-fived. for
One
the
less
end
year. One less year.
Woo!
Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah. Almost there.
of- Oh God!
If only my father.
Declining
Whacked.
sperm counts. Declining sperm counts in men worldwide. You guys worried about that at all? I mean, I know you guys have plenty.
Didn't they start making it so where like women could have babies with other women?
No.
Eventually, they're going to be able to make
they
an
did.
artificial synthetic sperm that you get to like pick characteristics, and they're gonna like. I really believe science will eventually become to a point where you get to choose what you get to have.
Oh, for sure. I can see that. Like you can. I mean, we're already at the point.
They already
where,
do that.
Yeah, but like I don't think it will have to involve a partner. I
Well,
just hope
you can
that
get fertility treatments and you can pick the gender.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
But
she's saying you don't even need a partner. You can just
Yeah.
go in and be like, I'd like one baby, please. And then they'd be like, okay. And then you'll just go in there, like McDonald's, and then you'll leave.
Yeah.
yeah,
Have a
well,
little
I
baby.
mean, I don't want a McDonald's baby.
Yeah, you have to have McDonald's.
You
baby.
have like a
Anywhere
McDonald's baby and then there's like a Gucci baby.
Well, you know, it's to me at the end of the day, this happened this week as well. Breaking news: the world population officially reached 8 billion people.
Is that too many? That's too many.
I don't know.
We
if
need
it's
to get
too
rid of
many.
some.
Well, the thing is, this came
COVID
out.
tried.
We reached 8 billion the same like week that it came out.
Wait,
That
what was it before COVID?
we were at like 6 point something or 7.
How do we have more people than when we had COVID? and
People were
everybody
stuck
died?
inside of the house.
Because we're having more
Oh,
babies.
yeah.
Well, but that's what I was going to say. We've reached 8 billion, but actually population is declining. So we've reached 8 billion people, but we're not reaching. We should have reached it quicker than we did.
Okay.
So population is actually
So
declining, but
when everybody
more
was
people.
dying from COVID, everybody was making babies.
I mean, technically, I did mine right before.
Yeah,
so
I
you
did.
can't blame
Mine
me.
was right. Castiel was 19.
Yeah.
So.
I was done.
Do we know anybody with a COVID baby? I don't know anybody with a COVID baby.
I think we just had babies like right before COVID.
I think I know people
Yeah.
like that are friends
Well, when's the stop? So let's say March is when a lot of this shit started happening, right? So like the end of March, I know that's when I got off work, I know that's when you got off work, and that's when we were all kind of stuck inside for a minute. And that's when they, like, was it March or April when they shut down the salons?
It was after us.
It was.
Yeah.
I know we went back in May.
Yeah. I think it
was March 17th. It was,
okay.
Or no, it was right before St. Patrick's Day because I was pissed because it was the first St. Patrick's Day that was on a weekend that I'd be able to participate in.
Oh shit.
And it was right before St. Patrick's Day, and then we came back right before Mother's Day, I think, because we were down for 9 weeks.
Yeah.
I know it was a while, but like, are we counting only babies that went from like maybe March to like May, or are we counting all the way?
I was just talking about babies that were made during.
Yeah,
COVID.
made. Like, I'm sure there was. Okay, so let's see.
I don't know anything.
If they made a baby in February, then they had babies in December. So December 2020. If babies were born during then, they were.
No, it would have to be
babies,
after.
right?
It'd have to be 2021 babies, right?
It would be like she said
Like the beginning
December.
of the year. Well, I mean, because
because February to December.
Yeah.
But we didn't shut down till March, right?
Yeah, so it would have to be January.
Yeah, 2021, beginning of 2021. That's what I'm saying. Actually, it's actually a cleaner break.
Yeah.
It's a cleaner break because if we say it started, so babies born in like maybe the first 6 months of 2021, those are all probably COVID babies.
Yeah.
We could, I would say that.
I bet there would be a lot.
That's when me and Jordan started talking.
Yeah.
It was the beginning of 2021.
Yeah. That's crazy, and that's kind of your fault, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My bad.
That's your fault.
I'm a matchmaker.
You matched us, but like, who
I
knew?
waited until you were like good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy.
But like, no one knew that was actually going to happen.
I mean, it's a good thing, right?
I stalked him for like. How long was it?
A while.
2019.
Yeah, I wouldn't let her talk to him until like I knew she was okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I know you had come out of a relationship, and I mean,
that was a fever dream. It didn't even happen. That was fake. It was fake. It was non-existent.
Oh shit.
You both know.
Yeah.
You both know.
Yeah. You had to have been sick or something.
Did you guys read this? This came out of COVID. They've just now they did a study, and they found out that attractive female students got worse grades than in their classes when they were moved online. Is that pretty interesting?
Oh, weird. Weird. How inconvenient.
Wait, the world is easier for hot people?
Yeah.
I always got good grades.
Yeah.
And
Didn't matter.
It's because you're hot.
No.
Yeah, that's how we know.
Oh, absolutely not.
So does this all go back to the fact
school.
that the teachers are trying to fuck all the kids?
Yes.
That's what it feels like.
Gross. That'd be terrible.
I don't want to give the dirty kids.
Did you ever have a teacher that you were like,
Maybe.
I don't think so.
Really?
Would, no.
Never?
No, would. She was already pregnant.
So was I.
I know.
So was I.
We were pregnant in high school together.
Can you say the name of the one that you're thinking of? Because I know you. If you asked her, you have one in your head, right?
Oh, it wasn't in high school.
Oh, was it middle school? Oh yeah.
It was in middle school. He was an English
Mr.
teacher.
McConnell? Just kidding.
No.
Mr. McCarter?
No.
Did we go to the same middle school?
It was a teacher that was at Central.
Oh. Now you got me thinking because there wasn't really not any hot guy.
And you want to know why?
Was it the math teacher?
No.
Okay.
No, I had a woman for 8th grade
You
math.
already said it was English. I'm fucking.
It was he had Star Wars posters everywhere.
Yeah.
And like he asked me what I wanted to be when I grew up because like I slacked off a lot in 8th grade. And I told him I wanted to be an Ewok. And he was like, if you can tell me where the Ewoks live, I'll give you 10 bonus points. And I said, indoor. And he's like, oh, yeah. Yeah. Who's your favorite? And I said, Wicket. And he was like, oh man, 20 bonus points. And then we were fine after that. And he didn't really care if I did well in English at all because he knew that I knew Star Wars.
That's hilarious.
He was so nice to me. And it was such a hard, 8th grade was such a hard year. And he was so nice to me. But there was no like physical attraction or anything like that. It was just one of those things like, man, I bet he'd be a really good dad.
You she has such her daddy issues are so complex.
Shit runs deep. Like, gosh, I bet
she's not even trying to sleep with him. She just wants them to be her dad.
I actually think I found him. He actually found love. This is actually I'm just kidding. This is an Arizona teacher help you lose job after filming OnlyFans videos in class. Did you guys hear about this shit?
Yes. I heard about this. Now, but it was after hours. No students were around. It's at that point you're really just using it
as like a stage? Like, no, that's not okay.
It's just a stage. It's not?
No.
How the fuck would anybody know? No one's gonna know that you were in there.
Yeah,
you're filming it and putting it online.
Yeah, but she had blocked like everybody from the state of Arizona, so no one would know.
You're acting like VPNs don't exist. Like VPNs exist. I can say I'm from Sweden right now if I want. On the internet.
Yeah.
There's no way to really. You can't
I don't
really
think
get around
of
the
things
internet.
like that.
See, I think the entire idea of her being on OnlyFans would be fine if they wouldn't have done that in school.
Yeah, my issue is we all know that with sexual intercourse and sexual stuff, there's fluids, there's STDs, there's all kinds of weird stuff that like maybe
that's around where your kids are.
Maybe they have an STD together.
See, I didn't even think that deep into it. I was like, she just didn't want to film it at home, and that makes a lot of sense.
You got to think about how HPV works.
Yeah.
These kids are already inundated with so much HPV.
Oh my gosh, that is Didn't the husband work at the school too, or something?
No, he was the one in the video with her.
Did he work there though?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
What was he do? What did he do?
I don't know. I think he was another teacher.
What if he was a janitor?
Or he was
like, hello, teacher. I'm here to clean out your garbage. I'm going to take your trash out for you.
I think this mostly just highlights the fact that we need more public spaces to shoot in. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like,
we should have like an entire. Oh, they do. They have this. There's this building where you can come in and you can use it as like your.
You can't anymore. Is that the Inventrack building?
I don't know.
Well, okay, so that's what I was going to say. The people that were doing the. What was the name of the
I don't know. I just saw it on TikTok and they did a tour of the building and they had like different rooms with different like
a selfie studio?
Like it's still no.
Okay, never mind.
It was like a selfie studio, but it was like for sex.
Yeah.
Oh, for sex?
Yeah, there was like different like stage rooms. Like one was like a fancy office. One was like a classroom.
We really went from like COVID being like, hey, we need to make sure we wash our hands and we do everything, to like, just come in these rooms and fuck whenever you want.
Yeah.
You can clean up.
Well,
they have black lights for a reason.
When I went to Vegas, they have selfie studios in Vegas.
They have one in the mall in Lafayette.
A selfie studio?
Yeah.
You can go in there and they have different like backdrops and backgrounds and stuff, and you can take...
It's where that old candy store was in the mall.
That's crazy. In Kokomo?
No, in Lafayette.
In Lafayette?
Oh, Lafayette. I'm
I didn't know that they had one, because when I seen it on the strip in Vegas, I was like, that's really cool, but I don't know if I want to pay just to have angel wings.
I have seen the selfie ones.
I've seen people do them, but like it's just so odd to me that you would go into a space and just take selfies in random like...
I don't think so, because...
I could just pay Jordan and he could Photoshop wings on me.
Yeah.
No, but I think the whole point is practical looks better. It just does as a person.
But then again, we also used to have like photo studios where we go in and get like portraits done. So I feel like this is like the updated version of like Sears.
It's exactly what it is, except for the difference is you don't need the cameraman anymore, because like most... And this isn't a knock at camera.
And nobody like prints out pictures anymore. Like,
well, and just because like... Your phone, your camera,
your pictures
are
with you all the time.
Pretty good. Like it's there's a portrait mode on iPhones. I can't really speak for Androids, because every time I get a photo from them, it looks like they took it in a toilet.
Yeah,
because it's just awful.
I couldn't imagine having to hire a photographer to take pictures.
Oh man,
of like the hair work that I do.
Yeah.
Like I'm so thankful. I had a really, really shitty phone with a shitty camera, and it was around quarantine time when Jordan told me, you need to get rid of your Android and you need to have an iPhone.
I know, remember? We were both harassing you.
Your iPhone would take such better pictures. Like, this is good, but like an iPhone camera would be so much better.
Remember, me and Jessica were also like telling you.
You guys were mad because of our group chat. Yeah. It turned green because I didn't have an iPhone.
Like, this is dumb.
Yeah, but like Jordan's made sense, because I was like, you know what? Maybe he's right. And I took it, and you weren't.
You're good, guys. I'm sorry. My headphones are acting wild right now.
What are they doing?
They're like clicking on and off. I'm wondering if my
ghost.
It's that fucking portal that we did last night.
Last night we did open a portal. I think something happened there. Yeah, they did something. There were some meatballs that fell. Some meatballs fell. Yeah.
There was meatballs in a portal. We were playing with Ouija board.
Yeah.
We were. It was a prop in the movie.
Did you sage yourself?
Yes. I cleaned it all. And I closed it out, and we did what we were supposed to.
You promise you closed it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know what I'm doing. Did you pause it?
Getting mad. Freaking out.
Other people...
We had people leave because we were doing it.
Well,
it was like 2 seconds in the thing. We like made it go in the circle to make it look like it was opening a portal, and then we closed it real fast. And then the meatballs fell.
Yeah, I think my headphones the battery died. That's what I think happened. So.
Did you pause it?
No, we're still running.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you guys can still talk.
Okay.
Yeah, I just have the camera on you guys.
Did Jordan play with the Ouija board?
Jordan did not play with the Ouija board. It was just me and Adam and Denise.
I might have pissed it off by saying it's not real, because that's the truth with me. I just don't think it's real.
You don't believe in things like that?
No, I don't have that brain. I don't have that brain at all.
Lucky for you.
I know. Let me see if this fixes it. Sorry if this sounds weird, everybody.
I think that not having that brain would calm a lot of my anxiety.
Mm-hmm. See, I think mine used to be like super like I was telling Matt this the other day. We were sitting in his room and I thought I saw somebody walk by the doorway.
Oh God.
And the cat looked up at the same time as me, and she was at the end of the bed and didn't see me move. So I was telling him I didn't care. Like, I wasn't scared of it until I was like, I need to go to the bathroom. And he's like, why won't you go? You scared there's a guy in the hallway? I'm like, I wasn't until 5 seconds ago.
Yeah, thank you for putting that in my brain.
Like, I was fine until you said that.
Now it can literally be a piece of lint, and I'm going to consume my brain with
what happened was
a man.
I walked to the door to go to the bathroom. I was like, it's too dark. I need to go turn the light on. He's like, the light's over there. And the fucking bathroom door slams.
Oh, Jesus.
Because when the heat comes on...
Was it a man?
No, it's because when the heat comes on, the pressure from it shuts the door.
Logical explanation for it, yeah.
But it was like that exact fucking moment that I was standing in the doorway is when it slammed. And I'm like, you motherfucker. I screamed and ran back to the bed. He said he's never seen me scream like that before.
That's when
it was fucking terrifying.
When we moved into our house, that's one thing that we were like... When I say we, I mainly mean like me and my stepson. We were happy because... It's a newer house. No one has passed in it.
Yeah.
So, like, we don't have to worry about that.
There's no chance of ghosts.
And then we bring my dad home.
Oh, my God.
Right? We bring my dad home. And our Ring camera, if you go through and look, like, throughout, like, the night footage, you can see, like, motion detected, and, like, our curtain will move. And then I come home.
But you also have the cats. It's the cats. It is.
Yeah. Cats, I think, make ghosts appear more too, because cats are just so weird.
And then Matt was telling me about how he's seen stuff in the basement and like people walk by. Like, why would you do that?
He lives in a very big old house.
Oh, I know. Yeah. I knew it was haunted before that. I just didn't say anything.
I don't think mine is haunted. I just feel like my dad likes to pop in every once in a while.
I don't think anything in his house is like scary. Like, I would be in there by myself and stuff, and I'm fine.
Yeah, I don't feel scared.
And I think the only reason I like the ghost hunting stuff is because I was so fucking terrified of it as like a kid.
Yeah.
And like going out and doing the ghost hunting stuff where you're like sitting in the dark by yourself and like nothing happens.
You like the adrenaline. It's the adrenaline.
But it's also helped me to like not be as scared of it.
Yeah.
As somebody who has a lot of anxiety.
Facing your fears.
As somebody who has a lot of anxiety and like not like I'm speaking of you as well.
Yes.
That is like bungee jumping, that kind of adrenaline, because it's for other people who are like don't have that kind of mindset. Like Jordan sitting in the dark, he'd just be like, man, I'm really relaxed, I could go to sleep.
Yeah.
And we're like, okay, anytime something can come out and touch me.
But most of the time I've gotten to the point where like at times, like when I first start doing it, I will be all hyped up and be like, oh my God, like I can't walk at the back of the line because somebody could be behind me.
Yeah.
I'm always in the front. So like I'm the leader. So it seems like I know what I'm doing. Like I'm just fucking terrified of something coming up behind me.
Yeah.
But like we'll be going, there are so many times where we'll be like going up the stairs and somebody will say something behind me like, what was that? And like I can't do like the jump scare thing.
Yeah.
And if somebody like I'll be fine until somebody says something and then I'll be like, nope, and then I'm fucking gone. I have pushed Stephanie upstairs and trampled her ass because somebody behind me said, what was that?
Yeah.
And I'm like, nope.
People, you're so on edge that people can just like push you.
But I'll be fine until I get to that fucking breaking point and then I snap.
Oh God.
Like I can sit in the dark. I will sit in the dark and until something happens and then I'm like, God damn it.
See, I'm not flight like that. Like
mine's fight or flight. I run.
Bro, I freeze and there is nothing else that I can do. I just sit there and I'm like, it's happening.
There's no fight in me.
There's no fight in me.
It's all flight.
Yeah. But I came home and Ace had told me that hey, something really is happening in the house because the front door keeps opening by itself. And I, the one who's like, I believe in these kinds of things, I figured out what it was for the logical reason.
What?
The door's not shutting all the way.
Yeah.
And there's like, if you get mad and shut it, or you shut it really fast, it doesn't have time to latch, so it'll open by
bounce back.
Yeah, it'll open by itself. So we just have to make sure to do that. And that's the logical thing.
That's our bedroom door upstairs has a thing where like if you shut it halfway, it'll close. But if you shut like a little bit over halfway, it'll stay open, and it's like where the hinge is.
Yeah.
So like it's funny, like if I just push it open a little bit, like you have to like slowly. I can either open the door completely and it won't shut back and wake her up, or I have to like open it up not completely and then slowly, and just so it doesn't wake her up in the morning. You know what I mean? So it's like it's to me. All these different factors, like you've got the wind in the house, like how the wind moves. You've got animals. See,
that's what I do. I try to like come up with a logical explanation for a lot of the things, and like
that's why you need a man around the house. You know,
I don't.
It could be worse because if you didn't have a man around the house, you could have been stuck snuggling a giant emotional support.
I'm really glad I don't need that anymore.
You don't need that anymore?
No, I have an emotional support boyfriend.
Isn't she, I mean, not to be insane. And I'm not trying to be insane, but isn't she way too hot to have an emotional? Like, she must be insane as a human being.
I don't think
like,
that's.
Right?
I don't think she actually owned that. I just think she was just a model.
Well, what's your
maybe.
argument for her then? What's your argument for this woman who married a rag doll and then claims their relationship was hanging on by a thread?
Is this for real?
After he cheated by texting another woman.
That fucking
Women
bitch.
love drama, dude. Y'all be creating drama.
Have you seen the lady that's in love with the amusement park?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Y'all can say whatever you want about incels, but at least we don't like marry fucking weird shit.
What was that show? It was like My Strange Addiction.
Yeah.
Where they're eating like the one girl was eating like drywall.
Paint chips. That's pica. That's something you get when you have like nutrition deficiencies.
Yeah, it's like eat real food.
Yeah.
Which brings us to our game today. We do have a very special game
yes.
today.
Oh, I like games.
In honor of you guys, this game is called Spit or Swallow.
Okay, yeah.
Our contestants today are Courtney and Kim. And we're going to start, since it's Thanksgiving, obviously, Thanksgiving edition, we're going to start with a basic turkey. You guys spitting or swallowing?
How was it prepared?
Yeah, how was it cooked?
Is it baked? Is it baked? Is it smoked?
Fried?
Deep fried. I mean, have you seen the deep fried?
It's deep fried.
But like, is there a way? Okay, I think it's easier to say what.
It depends on who made it.
What way wouldn't you eat it?
If my grandma made it.
Would you not eat it? If you would not eat it?
Yeah, what would make you not want to eat a turkey? Like the turkey. Like you get to Thanksgiving, you're at the in-laws, you've never been there before. Let's say it's a new like relationship. You get there and you're like, oh, I can't wait to eat, and then you see the turkey. What about it would be like, nah? Turkey
is one of those things where I will grab a little piece and I will try it, and that is the last thing I will eat on my plate.
Okay, for me, the number one thing, if it's too dry.
Yeah,
if it's too dry, I'm down.
It's gotta be seasoned well, and it has to be. So it has to not be flaky.
Yeah, I mean, looking at this one, judging by just on looks, would you eat this one?
No, I would not.
You wouldn't? It's not enough for you?
It is. I don't know.
Just not your thing.
No, I like smoked turkey, and if that either looks like it's been baked because it's got like the marks on it, or it's been deep fried and it's like crunchy. I just like it when it's smoked a little bit
brined?
better.
What's that? There's a version of
brine is when you put the juice on it.
Yeah, but if you smoke it, it gets like a smoke ring. It has a smokier flavor, and I think that it holds.
I should smoke my turkey this year. I have taken over the task of turkeys.
So much better
because my grandma when we had COVID, I made my entire Thanksgiving dinner because we weren't going to have it together. It was like the first year. So I made everything. Everything. By myself. It was great. It was good.
Any complaints?
No, not at all.
Did you ask anybody on the side? Like
my mom and my dad came over and ate, and they said that it was really good and they liked it. So from then on, I've been making the turkey because the turkey was actually good. Because when I asked my grandma how she makes her turkey, because I know it's like a big thing where everybody's got to do it like perfectly and whatever.
Yeah.
Turkey's always the big deal. Like you have to do it special. And I was like, how do you make your turkey? And she's like, salt and pepper, butter. Like, no, that's not correct.
Are you serious?
Yeah, salt, pepper, and butter. And I'm like, no,
that's not enough.
So I'm like lifting
that's not enough.
I'm making this like butter glaze thing and like lifting the skin and like rubbing it inside and like.
So you're saying Blanche likes it blanch? I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
she blanched the turkey.
But I mean, in general, like, do you guys like turkey? Would you eat turkey? Like, let's say, best case scenario, would you eat turkey on Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
Spit or swallow there?
Swallow.
Yeah. So is it the first thing you go for?
No.
Would you rather have ham? Would you rather ham or a turkey?
No, I don't eat pork.
Oh. I didn't know you were a Muslim. Just kidding.
I'm not, but I dated one and it scared the shit out of me.
Oh,
so.
God. All right, we're going to move on to the next one here. we sat on. What about, like, just good old-fashioned mashed potatoes?
Always.
Always?
That's the first thing I grab.
I know, you seem like potatoes.
I fucking love potatoes.
I love potatoes, too.
Don't get too specific into the picture. It's like Kim is, like, looking at it like, this looks like a white man's
generalized
potatoes.
potatoes.
She's like, I'm sick of all the white man potatoes. I don't want these white man potatoes in my house.
Looking like, how creamy is it? Doesn't look like it has lumps in it. Because I like a little bit of texture in my potatoes. Otherwise,
I see the butter on there.
It just tastes pureed. And at that point,
these are just like Pinterest stock photos, so don't, like I said, don't
they're
get too,
white. Then
they're definitely white.
Oh no, I'll definitely swallow some potatoes.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the next one. Let's go with.
No.
This has been a debate online, so everybody's been talking and putting their, like, green beans. I love green beans in general,
I
but
love
green bean
yeah.
casserole. What do you guys think?
No.
No.
It depends.
Depends.
It depends on who made it, like what they made it with.
I know,
No,
but
it
we're
doesn't.
talking
It's not
best
good.
case scenario here.
Okay, yeah. I'd eat it.
Would you eat it?
Yeah.
Is really the thing. And
I
mean,
like Thanksgiving foods.
I know.
Hold
It is
on,
good shit.
What about it do you like?
I like the creaminess.
Okay. See, that's when I think of green beans, I don't like the thought of green beans in a can.
Yeah.
I don't like soft green beans. I like them to have like a
crunch,
bite.
Like
Snap.
when we
a
went
bite to 'em.
camping, we made like sausage, green beans, and potatoes. That was the first time I've ever actually cooked real green beans.
Yes.
I always use the cans.
Oh, you remember that?
Yeah, and ever since then, I buy real green beans
There's
when
so
I
much.
make it.
There's so much.
Sorry.
It's gonna turn you a little bit. You're all right.
They're so much better when they're like
Yeah.
that because you actually taste like a flavor versus preservatives.
Yeah.
And then you can monitor how salty they are or what they taste like. Now, if I had real green beans and I made a true casserole,
Yeah,
I would probably eat it. If I made it, I would probably eat it. But
That's a good idea. I didn't think about using real. Like I've made them.
I like here's
I don't
my
ever
argument.
make them though.
When I make, if I go to green beans, like you can get fresh green beans, you can get frozen, you can get canned. I prefer canned. Because
I like the can too.
But I like to add, like I add a shit ton of like salt, pepper, onion powder, onions. Like I add like bacon bits, maybe a little bit of grease, not too much.
I add so much butter. Everything I eat is like
butter,
full of
lots
butter.
Of butter, yeah.
I'm so white.
But I like canned.
okay.
For some reason, I like the canned
like
ones
it.
because I like a lot of salt in mine, and they have to like put a lot of salt to preserve it. So I personally just like the salt.
I like the softness of the canned ones. I don't like the crunchiness of the
frozen
fresh ones and the frozen ones.
So if I like made this with real ones, I would probably like pan sear with like some sesame oil first, and then put I would make everything in a pan and make the casserole like instead of baking it, I'd put it like in a pan. I'd eat that.
Okay, fucking Paula Deen in the house. Like I have a pan sear with some sesame
she's
oil.
racist. I fuck black dudes.
Well, she's the only woman thing. Rachel Ray, I guess maybe Rachel Ray. Is she one? She's a cook, right? Rachel Ray.
Yeah, is she shady? I'm not sure.
I don't think she's shady.
No, I was just trying to think.
Dog food.
The first woman cooked, because I would have said Emerald. I could have said Bobby Flay or
She's Martha Stewart.
Martha Stewart. But
She
Martha
would eat
Stewart,
more than Martha Stewart.
Yeah. With Snoop. I want to move on to the next food item because we've sat on green
Sorry.
beans. Rolls. I mean, obviously.
Yep.
Rolls, right? Like that's
Can't
like
go
a
wrong.
basic.
Can't go wrong with bread.
Rolls.
Yep.
Yeah, I figured that
We're
would
gonna
be
swallow the shit out of those.
mashed potatoes with gravy. Well, this one's more about the gravy than it is mashed potatoes. Do you guys need gravy?
I don't usually go for gravy.
No.
I like gravy.
Yeah.
I do. I like to make my own gravy. Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to some spit or swallow. Cranberry. This one's another one that's
Spit.
very controversial.
Cranberries are my favorite dish at Thanksgiving.
Are that? See, let's see. I told you, it's like polar
They're my-
opposites here.
Okay, but when they do the
things.
cranberries, is it just the ones out in the jar where they just cut them into slices?
So the picture I got was like a homemade one because I was like I want it to look nice, but in my
it's
head
got
I'm
orange
like,
zest in it.
yeah, it's got a lot going on. Is
Sure
that what about the can?
does.
But I know people that are like, don't give me that shit. I want the can. Give me that fucking can.
The only time I've ever seen cranberries at Thanksgiving is just it's still shaped like the can and it's cut into
Sliced.
slices.
No, I don't.
Every year.
I would still eat that because I really love cranberries. I love everything about cranberries. But yeah, when they're made like that with the orange zest in there, you put a little bit of vanilla. And, oh God, it's so good. It's my
You said
favorite.
cranberries so many times. All I can think of is zombie. That's all I can think about. All right, so we got a split decision on that one. I like that.
Yeah.
Stuffing. Now this is a homemade stuffing.
That's
clearly.
not stuffing.
I know.
Yes,
it's
it
not
is.
stovetop. Stovetop stuffing.
That is.
I need the stovetop.
Would that be considered stuffing though?
Or is that dressing?
Or is it dressing?
Well, I don't eat either. I'm definitely a spit when it comes to that. I wouldn't even put it in my mouth. That's more of like trash for me. Spit, swallow, and trash.
I have a very specific plate that I make, and it doesn't ever alter from different Thanksgivings.
This might be my year that I try it again, because every once in a while, I made a decision when I was a kid, and I'm like, man, maybe I'm just like, there's the smell of it. It's so like pungent that
sage.
It's just too much, and
it can be for sure.
It was so mushy. It reminded me of I don't like potatoes.
Yeah,
like mashed potatoes because of how like mushy and I don't like the texture.
You don't like the texture.
But I try potatoes. Every once in a while, I'll try somebody like, these are the best potatoes.
You're
and I'll
so
try
weird.
Them.
I know you hated mashed potatoes.
Everybody acts like I'm weird for not liking potatoes, but you ever wondered maybe you're the weird one?
No, potatoes are the fucking best thing in the world.
I know you love potatoes.
I feel like with stuffing too, it needs to be the consistency of like what French toast would be. You want it to be soft on the inside, but you want it to have like a little bit of like
a give on the outside. For some stuffing.
Yeah, we're having a Friendsgiving and Kim is cooking everything.
Oh, God.
I really would. I
think we should
fully enjoy making huge meals for everybody.
Yeah. See, what we usually do is we do a Friendsgiving where everybody brings the leftovers from their families, and then we all eat the leftovers.
That's good too.
We don't have as many.
Good. That way, it doesn't go bad.
It doesn't go bad, and everybody gets to try everything, and we don't have to like.
Look at you being out here, being like recycle, reduce, reuse, recycle over here.
That's so
oh my
good.
God, the 5 R's.
We just like stealing food from our families and not having to actually do any work.
I'm gonna move to the next one here so we can get through all these. What about candy yams? Oh, we got to spit immediately.
No,
these are spits.
Spit.
Number one. Okay, so like if you're from the South, like, sweet potatoes are more savory than sweet. Yeah. When they're made to be extra sweet like that, that's more of like a dessert. And I'm not for that.
If you don't have deviled eggs on here, I'm gonna punch you.
I do not have deviled eggs on here because I will not hear anybody say spit to that. They can go fuck themselves.
Okay.
I love deviled eggs.
Okay. Well, we have to have another debate after this.
Deviled eggs? Do you make good deviled eggs?
Oh yes.
Okay, because I I'm scared eggs for shit.
No.
Oh, mine look disgusting.
Pecan pie?
No, absolutely not. I don't like nuts.
You don't like nuts?
I'm scared.
Poor Maddie. Just kidding.
Sorry.
Just kidding.
I'm scared there's going to be cinnamon in every single thing.
Yeah, true. So she's allergic to cinnamon too.
Yeah, and I'd have to make it myself.
Okay, so for me, and this is going to sound so weird, and maybe this shows a little bit about my try. When I was very, very little, we lived in the trailer court, and we would get like little roaches, you know what I mean? And to me, I don't like the way pecans look because I feel like they look like roaches.
They do.
And it freaks me out.
They do.
Them. And I'm not trying to cause any complex.
I never thought that, but no, I agree.
I get it.
No, I remember when I was little, I loved pecan pie because nuts are expensive.
Yeah.
And being raised poor.
Oh, yeah.
Meals like this were the first time and the only time throughout the year where you got to have things that are out of the budget.
Yeah.
So I loved to eat the nuts off the top of it, but I didn't like the filling and I did not like the crust.
My grandpa loves pecan pie and is a pecan ice cream. He loves he would make
butter pecan ice cream.
Oh yeah, he would make. He loves butter pecan.
But
he would make nuts. He would make like little rolls, like cinnamon rolls, but he'd put like pecan.
See, that's the consistency thing. I don't like my soft foods to have hard things in them.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense.
But like mashed potatoes, I like them a little chunky. But like
me too. I don't like them like a puree. I
don't want to bite something and there be a crunch when I'm eating something soft.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna stay on pie and we're gonna go with like an apple or an apple butter pie.
I don't like pie.
You don't like pie at all?
I like pumpkin pie, but that's because I eat a shit ton of like whipped cream.
That's surprising.
We'll get there. What about corn? Like a cornbread or a corn. Like a corn.
I would not get that at Thanksgiving. That's not part of my plate.
I love it. It's my favorite.
I love cornbread. But if that's like corn casserole,
that's what I think it is.
Okay, so like,
ew,
I absolutely
cornbread casserole is so fucking good.
It's got like the corn inside of it, right?
I'm thinking of the same thing. And like,
I don't like cream corn.
Cook it with bread around it. Then you get into it, and it's like basically just cornbread with like corn and cream, like cream corn in it.
We've never made this. I don't know what it tastes like.
I don't know how to make this, but I've had this before and I love it. But I don't know how to make it.
Maybe I would like it.
Let me just say this: my ex's family. I went over there for like Thanksgiving every year, like, and the one thing that I looked for every year was this, because I was like, this is the one thing they cooked, and it was like perfection. And they did like they do like this buffet style where like they have like what would it be, like aluminum things filled, like they make dishes like that, then they'd sit on a little thing and then they'd have a little heat underneath them. It's like it was like they went all out for like the holidays and especially Thanksgiving. And I remember,
I like that.
It was hard for me to go to any of my family stuff because I'm like, I'm sorry,
we're just so trashy compared.
They're making it though. No, it wasn't even like a high class thing. It was more like they went in, like they were a big family, and I mean like size wise, they were some big people, so they knew how to eat, and they brought the food, dude. It was good. This shit was my favorite that they made, like by far. It wasn't even close. Okay, and then of course, since you already kind of spoiled it, what about pumpkin pie?
I'll eat pumpkin pie.
No, I love pumpkin.
You don't
pie.
You can't eat pumpkin pie.
No, that's
cinnamon.
Yeah, I'm just, if I made it myself. Look, even in the background, cinnamon right there.
Yeah,
it's bullshit.
Hey, there's no lie. There's no lie in this marketing. We know there's cinnamon. Just kidding.
They don't want me to enjoy things.
I don't know how many more I've left here, but this
Why
is
do you
like
put so many pies?
This is sweet potato pie.
Hold on. I need to talk to you. Are you gonna tell me that I can't talk about pie on Thanksgiving? Are you kidding
I said,
me?
why did you put so many pies?
You know why? Because Thanksgiving is pie.
It's like there's always a multitude of desserts.
My problem is that I don't like the crust.
There's one big meat, there's a few sides, and then there's a shit ton of desserts.
Like to me, like okay, turkey is mid. Can we all admit, like in general, as a meat, it's the most mid. Turkey, like give me beef, give me steak, give me. I know you're not into pork or stuff, but give me bacon. Like even ham's better than turkey, but I like turkey on Thanksgiving.
Why is
that's
turkey
what it
such
is.
a big deal?
It was like a native thing. I think it just had to do with that.
Weren't they going to make the turkey the bird of the United States because of?
Yeah. It was a Benjamin. I don't know if this is like factual completely, but I know like they do that song in 1776, the musical, where it's like they're doing the eagle, the turkey, the dove, and they're like going back and forth. So Benjamin Franklin's all about the turkey and how it's the bird of America, and he's like, no, the eagle, because it's like majestic and it flies and it takes over things. And they're like, no, the dove or the pigeon. Really, was like pigeons and doves are the same thing because they're everywhere, and it's like either you want everywhere or you want something that's only good one time a year.
Yeah,
I think the eagle was the right call.
I used to have a pet pigeon.
You did?
Yeah.
What was his name? She didn't have a pet pigeon, everybody. She lied. Just kidding.
His name was Chuck.
Chuck. Pigeon Chuck?
Mm-hmm.
I used to. How you're talking about how turkey is mid. I used to make a duck for Thanksgiving.
Stephanie makes duck. Mm-hmm. I won't eat it. I don't know why. I won't eat traditional foods. I don't like deer and I don't like duck.
I would never eat a deer.
Traditional.
You mean like game foods?
I don't like game meat.
I would never eat deer or squirrel or quail or things like that. But I used to make a duck because I didn't really like turkey.
And this I think is my last picture on here. And
mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese. Come on.
I don't like the mac and cheese.
It really just depends on who's making it.
Yeah,
We're talking best case scenario. Like for Thanksgiving, you show up best case scenario Thanksgiving mac and cheese.
If Thanksgiving at my family, I will not eat the mac and cheese.
Okay. Thanksgiving at my family, I will not eat the mac and cheese.
Is it like just a white people thing, or
it's just the people that make it don't make it good.
Mac and cheese
How
is
do you
starting.
fuck up mac and cheese? It's like 3 things.
It's dry.
She bakes it. And
it's 3 things. What 3 things are you putting in mac and cheese?
No, but I mean, like it's like that's the base. Like anything you add extra.
I'd
like
rather eat Velveeta.
You take those 3 ingredients and you make them better. Like obviously spices, I don't care ingredients, but I'm talking like noodles, cheese, and then like
a butter,
milk, butter, and stuff like that. Like that, and then you
have to make a roux. It's got to be butter and then flour and then heavy cream and then at least 2 or 3
We're going to spices. We're going to her house. Kim, we're going to your Thanksgiving.
More than welcome.
Well, didn't Jordan post that thing about mac and cheese being seasoned? I was like, what seasoning do you put in mac and cheese?
Paprika, salt, pepper.
I just make boxed mac and cheese.
A little bit of garlic powder. You mince the onions if you're wanting it to have
Kraft mac and cheese
more of a savory
like,
taste.
I make Velveeta.
Shells and cheese. Like they are what they are. We all know what that is. That's the McDonald's of mac and cheese. Yeah. They're like the fast food of mac and cheese. Okay, we need a side dish. We don't have time. We're not going to put leaven in this. We're just going to.
I put leaven in my mac and cheese.
You're full of shit if you eat those, and you're like, this is it. This is it for me. That's literally the most bland shit ever. Hey, it's it. Kraft and Velveeta, they killed it. I'm done. I like somebody who like says I'm going to make a mac and cheese, and they like. You get it and it's like the top of it's a little bit like crusty, but then you get into it and it's like you pull it up and it's just like cheese melting. And
that'd be good if I could ever have that.
If you have the cheese pull and it's creamy at the same time, then you know you got it right.
But that's the proper way to make it. I feel like when people have it, if it's too like it's kind of like we said earlier, like the soft with the hard in it. If you go to eat your mac and cheese and it's like
like the top of it is like hard.
Yeah. I don't care about the top being hard, but you need to be able to dip in.
Yeah.
And the bottom is like liquid gold.
Yeah.
Like it's got to be. It's
Or,
gotta be
or
problem
there's
is,
a
like-
crust on the bottom too from the butter.
I'm cool with that.
See,
Yeah,
the
being
problem
baked.
is that we get into ours and it's still like thick all the way
Yeah,
through,
that's
and I
not
don't
good.
like
Creamy
it.
is
I
very
need
important.
I need
Creamy.
my food. I don't like dry foods.
I want it to be gushing.
Everything has like that's why I eat everything with ketchup.
I know.
That's why
right?
you swallow it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this is spit or swallow.
Yeah.
Why don't you have greens on here though?
Okay, see, I'm
We're
white.
white.
No, I really.
I am too.
No, the truth
like,
be
what
told-
are you talking about?
Truth be told, I went to like a list of like 65 of, and like most of them were like the most weird. The greens wasn't on there. The green beans were, but like in my head, I'm thinking
Greens?
they weren't on there.
Are you serious? I have
They had some
never had a
weird shit. They had,
Thanksgiving
like,
where
some
there hasn't been
weird-
greens.
They had some weird like
I've never even had greens. I
Tart.
don't even know what greens are.
greens.
Yeah.
Oh,
Are you kidding me?
Nope.
Courtney, you gotta come to my house.
I'm so white.
Jordan is going to smoke me some chicken, or not chicken, some turkey thighs, and then I'm gonna put them in there. But it takes me like hours to
I'm gonna be
stew
there
the
because I know it's
greens.
gonna be THC smoke. That's why.
Yeah. Oh my god! Imagine putting weed in the smoker.
That's why her food's so
that-
good. She's like, our food's the best at our
'cause
house,
it's
and it's
all
because
in-
everybody's
it's-
fucking high as shit.
No, I'm not saying by far my food is not the best, but like I'm not this
seasoning
big
my-
for nothing. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Like
I
I can
get it.
cook.
I'm seasoning my turkey with weed this year.
Are you?
Yeah.
Your grandma coming?
Why? Why?
Shout out to my friend
I'm
Courtney.
not eating
Shout
your
out to my friend
food.
Cassie, because this is her first year doing it all together, and she's like, I might need to take Wednesday off work just to do it. And I'm like, don't do it, Cassie. But
I have
she's
to
like,
start. I
she
have
got
to
some
start cooking and prepping stuff on Tuesday.
Yeah.
I have to go buy my
That's why
turkey
I think
today.
she's worried because we get off
Yeah.
Tuesday night, and she's like, I'll have to work until midnight on. Basically, midnight is it's Thursday. It's actually
Yeah.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
She's like, I will not have time to get all this together, and I'm like, you probably won't.
Poor thing.
It sucks because like they're like, yeah, we gave you the day after Thanksgiving. I was like, oh, thanks.
You guys work midnights.
Yeah,
Yeah,
working until
so-
midnight, or I don't work midnight, so I
You
work
work
seconds.
seconds.
But like working until midnight, it's like you it's a whole new day. Yeah, you get all of Thursday, all of Thanksgiving off. But like, what the fuck am I gonna do with
But
Friday?
you have to start talking or start
Stop.
cooking and prepping everything at like
Yeah,
midnight.
you just don't have time. And I mean, and really the time that you would start would be like 4 p.m. to like midnight, and that's when we work. It just makes no
Right.
sense. Yeah, I feel bad for her. I'm excited for her because she's like, this is her first time, so she might have to take Wednesday off for that.
Are you excited about Thanksgiving?
It's weird.
Last year you didn't get to celebrate.
Yeah.
Yeah, last year we had it before I had my surgery.
Yeah, you guys did it early.
We did it early so
Yeah.
so I could still enjoy it. And
I didn't
then-
post any pictures of my Thanksgiving food last year on purpose because I knew that Courtney could only have, it was like, 4 ounces
Yeah.
of food?
Yeah.
And I did not want, and when I went and grocery shop for you, I
Yeah.
like
I
specifically only got
should
you.
have fucking said, you know what? I'm gonna send her. I should have just sent you pics of all the food that I
You're
was
such a
eating. That's
dick.
what I should have done. I'm like, hey, what's up?
No.
We have to
Too
talk
late
about
now.
deviled eggs.
I'm excited for
Deviled
you.
eggs. Okay, what? Listen, I love deviled eggs, and there's nothing anybody can say that's gonna take it away.
Okay.
You can add some weird shit to it. I'll just fucking eat it. I don't
Do
give
you
a
put
shit.
sugar in them?
Okay,
Do
so
you like
we
the
had
sweet
this
one?
conversation without you earlier because I was at me and Matt and Jeremy. We all had like band practice this morning with like Justin and
After I left?
Greg Garden Bay. Yeah, and so we were upstairs getting ready to leave, and we're all talking about different foods and like how we do it. And then he was like, and Matt was like, Courtney said she adds a shit ton of sugar to hers, and I'm like, how much? I'm like, I don't care if there's a little sugar in the batter, but how much are you talking? Like
Like a cup.
a cup?
Mm-hmm.
How many eggs?
A whole thing.
We're gonna a dozen eggs.
So
A dozen eggs and a
24.
cup of sugar. Jesus Christ, dude.
I bet you make good
eggs.
Kool-Aid.
I
Yeah.
do make really good fucking
I
Kool-Aid.
bet you do. I can't
I'm
make deviled
prepared
eggs.
for that.
I
with
could-
Kool-Aid. I'm gonna eat them regardless, even if you.
They're
put
so
it-
fucking good.
I bet. I mean, it's sugar. It's candy.
I'll make some.
It's candy.
I'll make some.
I have convinced
that's so
myself
much
that I
sugar, dude.
don't
I know.
like
I'll make
deviled
some.
eggs.
I won't put it. I won't put as much sugar in it, but they'll still be good. I promise.
Yeah. I'm just so.
It's just
freaked
mayonnaise.
Out. No, make it the way you make it. I'll try it.
Keep
It's
going, tell
mayonnaise,
me.
mustard, and sugar.
That's it?
Paprika.
Yeah.
Okay. On top.
On
or
top.
Garnish. I mean, I've seen people use as long as you're not using pickles, I'm good. Pickle
No.
juice, I'm fine with.
Oh, people put relish in some of them too, don't
I
they?
don't mind a little. Like, that's what I think. That a pickle is relish. Yeah,
I
that's
think
what
it's
I'm
just
thinking of.
yeah.
like the way I was raised. Like they've always made the sweet ones, and then they made the other ones, and I like the sweet ones better. Like
Yeah.
I will eat the whole fucking thing of them.
Listen, so
They're-
you're telling me people enjoy sugar? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah.
You're telling me that it lights your head up like cocaine?
Yeah.
Are you guys gonna have any of this for Thanksgiving? Lab grown meat.
No.
Did you guys hear about this shit? I am
Lab grown
Is this real?
meat
I
is
am freaked
okay.
out about this. I don't know about you guys. Maybe I'm weird. There's some greens on there. No, that's some asparagus. My bad.
That's asparagus.
But I'm like, in my head, I'm like, the FDA just said lab grown meat is okay for
What
human
is lab
consumption.
grown meat? How do you grow meat? Is it synthetic meat?
They're like, I know
Because
there's
like vegan meat is fine.
that's not meat.
I mean, meat
It's-
substitutes.
Yeah. Well,
are
but
okay
this is meat
for the most part.
This is protein. This is casein. This
So,
is like
like,
whey.
How?
What they do is they take the and this is as far as I know. Maybe I'm wrong. Somebody can tell me in the comments I'm an idiot. But the last I heard, they almost 3D print it. So they take like the proteins that you use to make it and the different things, and they 3D print this meat, and then that's how they create it.
What?
It's supposed to be like cruelty free, which I understand the
But it's
concept,
still
but it's
used to
still
be meat.
disgusting.
Just-
It's not even used to be. They're taking the building blocks. It's like atoms are part of you. It's like if they found a way to create you with atoms, like
I want them to
scratch.
3D print meat, but not as saggy.
Yeah, that's a lot of work. I don't think the technology needs to catch up.
Yeah.
just to the second. I'm just kidding. You set yourself up for that one.
I did.
Right? No, like I think it's insane that it's even possible to grow meat in a lab like that. And I'm not saying I necessarily need death in my meat, but I kind of do.
I like the death in my meat. I feel like I've like accomplished
brutal.
something.
I feel like if you want to be
I
cruelty
need to see the
free,
blood first.
if you want to be cruelty free, like just don't.
Don't eat meat.
Don't eat meat.
Yeah.
There's so many other great options for if you're vegetarian or vegan. There really are. I
went camping with my cousin, and my cousin and her girlfriend.
Yeah.
And they're both vegetarian. So we had like you had to make camping foods
Okay,
with like
but
with meat substitutes. So we were making brats because they have brats that are
they're tofu based
yeah.
broths. Yeah.
And we're trying to cook them over the thing, and there's like these encased.
They don't cook right.
They're so fucking weird.
Because like
They kept falling
yeah,
off
because
the-
they don't swell up.
Yeah.
They just get mushy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got to like add liquid smoke to it and like all these different
my
flavorings.
thing about all that is it's like so many preservatives and chemicals
Yeah.
just to make a fake thing that to me if you're going to be vegetarian just don't even eat
Just don't
any
even
fake
try to do
meat.
the substitutes because
'Cause
you're just.
I feel like you end up like
Ow.
putting some weird shit in your body. Like I'm not saying necessarily
stab
meat's the
yourself
best
I
in your
thing,
stabbed
but-
myself with my Crocs.
Oh my god. You got spikes on your Crocs.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm a baddie.
Oh my god! Did you guys hear about rest in peace to Jason David Frank?
Yes,
He passed
that's
away
so
today.
sad.
This will be Monday when it comes out, but he passed away on. And I think that they said it might have been suicide, which was even like more sad. It wasn't like anything natural. It was like he just said, "You know what?
That's
Is he from
sad.
Canada? Do you guys know if he's Canadian? Because did you guys hear what's happening in Canada right now?
No.
They've legalized assisted suicide. This was like a meme
That's
that I saw
amazing.
making fun
Yeah.
of that.
Did you?
That's fantastic.
Did you know what
Why?
mental disorder is under it? That if you have it, you can.
BPD?
Yep. BPD.
Here's
Yes.
It's considered
Let's
a.
go.
It's considered a
Here's my
terminal
thing.
illness.
Here's my thing. Would you guys agree that there are times in your life where you're like, I'm ready to end it because of a situation and
I
how
think-
things are currently happening, but then you're like,
Yeah,
afterwards, you're like, thank
100%.
God I did
Every
it.
day.
Aren't you worried a little bit that they're just gonna? They're
I don't think that they're gonna do it like that. They do it like
but
medically.
they are medically doing it, but they're disproportionately. It disproportionately affects poor people. This is literally like the way
Yeah.
for rich people to kill poor people.
Yeah.
And you've got a doctor. See, the meme here.
But would you
obviously is a
rather? But
meme.
if they're
It's
gonna
like,
do
but-
it, wouldn't you rather them do it somewhere safe?
No, I would rather. Here's my thing: when you state sponsor things, that's my issue.
Okay.
Like I don't think that you shouldn't be able to kill yourself if you want. If you want to kill yourself, I think, or whatever you want to call it, you want to self destruct. If you want to self-destruct, I mean, you can find it. You can unalive yourself. I know people kill yourself is going to get like blown up on everything.
Yeah.
As far as like YouTube and shit, they're like, why did they say that? But I know like in general, like you have the ability to like have assisted suicide. I don't have a problem with that. It just seems like it disproportionately affects mentally ill people.
It does.
And
It does,
disproportionately affects
absolutely.
poor people. And it feels like instead of actually finding the root to these problems and fixing it in society,
Yeah, they're
and trying
just-
to find a way, they're taking the easy way out. It kind of feels gross to me.
Here are like I look at everything as pros and cons. It helps me like make light of situations and stuff. But like one, if you want to do it, you're able to get your family prepared just like you were if you had a terminal illness.
Yeah.
It would probably be better for insurance purposes if it gets approved like, okay, you have what is considered a terminal illness.
And I'm sure they make you go through
that.
like the therapy and stuff before.
I agree.
I've heard, but okay. So that's where like there's an issue. Okay. let me the way to broach this is the easiest way for me to broach this is if an industry makes money off of doing something to you, they're not the ones that should be able to decide that it's okay for you to do it.
Right.
And the problem with it's also a lot of it's the only good argument I hear, and don't kill me, it's the only good argument I've ever heard for why allowing trans people who have who do have mental illness to get surgeries and get HRT and get these things. It's the only good argument I've heard, which is it's the organization that is prescribing and doing the stuff and making money off of it is also deciding that it's okay for you to do it.
Yeah.
Even if and I'm not saying necessarily you shouldn't be able to. I'm all for freedom. You should be able to do whatever you want.
But the people you're paying shouldn't be the ones making the decision.
My issue is you don't have an independent person, because most of the time if you're going to a doctor who's going to unalive you and get money probably from the state for doing it, and get money from your family, or get money from you, maybe you have to pay for it, or if you're a person who you want to go through the trans surgery and you're kind of on the fence, the person who's going to profit off you is also the one telling you to do it.
Yeah, you should do it.
And saying it's okay. And my issue is that's a huge conflict of interest morally for me, that because it just doesn't make sense morally to be like, yeah, I'm gonna make money off of you doing this, and also I think it's okay. It doesn't, and you're supposed to be the moral crutch for it. So my issue,
they're not going to try and talk you out of it
at all, because they're making money off of it, and it is an industry. We've seen with the pharmaceutical industry goes and pays for lunches for doctors every day. You can go to Howard County or you can go to St. Joe, and I guarantee you, if you stay in there long enough, you're going to see somebody come in with Chili's, and it's a pharmaceutical rep paying for food so that they'll push drugs onto people. And this isn't a conspiracy. This is a fact. This is what they do. It's perfectly legal. They're allowed to not. They can't give them money to do it, but they can buy them food. They can give them things. And to me, my issue always is with vulnerable people. And in this situation, to me, the most vulnerable person in the world, the two most vulnerable people in the world, I think society-wise right now, are people who are mentally ill and people who are trans and are trying to figure it out. The two most vulnerable, and we know that, and that's one of the reasons why we're so accepting and understanding a lot of people, not everybody, but it's one of the reasons why we're like, I'm not going to tell you how to feel in this world. Like, you feel how you feel in this world, and I want you to present how you want to present. I want you to be who you want to be. But my biggest issue is when you're if you walk into a building and the person's like, I'm selling you the drugs, I'm selling you the surgery, I'm doing all this, and I'm the one telling you should do it. I'm like, wait a minute, there's got to be a conflict there. And it scares the shit out of me with kids now, especially with kids.
Yeah. What are the are there rules to it? Like, I'm
sure there are, but with anything that has to do with the government, there's always people. I mean, there's rules to EBT, and I know motherfuckers that work at big factories in the area and still get EBT somehow. They buy it from somebody. They do something. You're like, how? Who
are we getting these food stamps?
Specifically, who are we talking about? How do we get these food stamps?
See,
tell me who it is.
For somebody,
I know I still got WIC.
For somebody like me, I don't want to look into what the rules for that is.
Because you're afraid of what you'll do.
Not what I will do, but I would like to just think that everybody that is here should stay here.
Yeah.
And I don't think that not being here will technically solve the problem.
It won't.
Versus it being able to be an advocate for getting better even if you yourself are not better.
Right. Yeah.
It helps more people if you are open and breaking the stigma about it versus just being like, I don't want to be a part of this anymore. Right. I'm done. But also, the pros of it, of you get your family prepared, it opens up the conversation about why you want this to happen. Yeah. Therefore, they can either, they can give you many reasons why. But if you come from somebody, if you come from a background where, people don't care about you, you're really not doing anything, to stop the person.
Yeah.
But, at what point do you get to allow somebody to let you choose whether or not you should be here or not? And like,
Absolutely.
but I don't want to be insensitive about people who are like, hey, this is the easiest thing for me. This makes the most sense. But like, you could advocate in so many other ways to break stigmas rather than just not being here. But I also don't want to look into it because like, what if I read stories and I'm like, I don't want to change my own mind about that.
Right.
And
Yeah.
I think this is one thing that like, I can openly say, I want to be closed-minded on.
Yeah.
I want to just believe that always suicide or unaliving yourself or choosing to not be here, that is never an option.
It's not.
For
I
me,
think it's scary. I think
yeah,
it's a
it is.
scary
It is.
thing
I think
as a
the only
society to
only
allow.
way that it would be okay is if you're like cancer patients that are like suffering.
Yeah,
and
you're terminal.
terminal
But those
illnesses
situations
and-
are very specific.
Yeah.
Not just I'm sad and I don't want to be here anymore.
Depression is not a reason to kill yourself
No.
because you're not thinking properly.
Absolutely.
In my opinion,
Yeah,
mental
absolutely.
the
illness is not a
chemicals in your
reason.
brain are not correct right now, and the way that you're thinking is not justified.
But I have
by this.
met people
Yeah.
that have like really bad schizophrenia that are like this. I
Yeah.
literally have no quality of life.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can see that, but to me, the fact that you can go into a doctor in Canada right now and be like, "I'm depressed," and they're like, "Oh, have you considered?" You know what I mean?
it's like a
Where you think-
suggestion.
Have you considered not being here anymore?
Have you considered not existing?
And I'm not saying they shouldn't be able to do it. I am not, and I honestly don't know how we fix it. It's another one of those society problems where it's like, there's no good answer. It's all gray because, like, yeah, certain situations they should be able to, but also in certain situations they probably shouldn't be able to
and there
because it's a
are
bad
too many
decision.
gray areas.
Or what about somebody who like takes out a big loan, blows the money, and
Yeah.
decides, "Oh, now it's time to," you know what I mean? There's
Right.
societal implications.
Yeah.
And I don't know how much of that ends up affecting. One of the reasons why I wanted to bring this up in general is because with Jason David Frank and everything that happened, and we think that he might have, unalived himself.
And then we
like,
had. Do we ever
it's
find
sad.
out what happened to Aaron Carter? Is that what it was?
I think this. I don't know.
Was it an
drugs?
overdose?
I don't know. I don't know. I think it might. I don't know which one it was. I know it's not great either way.
Yeah.
It really bums me out because it's one of those things where like we've spent so many years of like of us being like, hey guys, please don't get help, don't do that, and then all of a sudden it's like, hey, you know how we just nationalized the suicide hotline? We've also created Canada's created a way for you just to go do it, and
Right.
it's like, ugh. I'm not saying you shouldn't be able to because I'm all about freedom. I think you should be able to do
Right.
drugs. I think you should be able to get an abortion. I think you should be able to do whatever you want as long as you're not like literally like hurting somebody who's sitting. It's like if I can't just decide I'm going to slap you in the face, you know what I mean?
But see, and that's what is you choosing to do that, whether you are aware and conscious of it or not, you doing that, it's almost like a domino effect. It affects more people than what you would think.
100%.
And so like that would be the con for me on it is, yeah, you may be making your problem go away, but you could be creating a bigger problem for someone else,
which is the reason why I haven't done it.
How many people who
That's the
like
deterrent.
absolutely love Power Rangers woke up, seen this news, and their brain is like
Devastated.
they are
Yeah.
devastated. Their
I have a buddy
nostalgia
of
from
mine who just posted a photo with him, and he's like, "This was my childhood hero," and he's gone.
and that person never would have known that because that's just a person. They don't know how much they meant to that one person.
Yeah,
And
it's somebody that may
so
not
it's
even
just
know
a
them.
domino
Imagine the
effect.
people that know them.
I don't know. I have
and
very
like,
strong
Personally,
feelings
yeah.
about suicide that aren't very.
Yeah. I mean, it's a very tough situation. I mean, especially with what's happened. With everybody being forced to stay home in 2020 and all that, it affected a lot of people. It changed a lot of people's chemical makeup. It changes a lot of people's bodies. It changes a lot of people's mental health.
Yeah.
It affected, and I mean, I know why we did it, but at the same time, it affected a lot of people negatively. And then I feel like the government gaslit us 50,000 times.
Yeah.
First with masks. Fauci's literally saying we don't need masks, and then all of a sudden he's like, oh, we do need masks. And then we found out the mask never really fucking worked in the first place. Not really. And then we ended up finding out that they were telling us that like the vaccine in of itself it stops transmission, and then it's now come out officially that it never stopped transmission. So
what did it do?
It lessens your symptoms. It was basically like that. They have that flu medicine you can take. It's basically that.
is something flu.
And I know what you're talking about. I can't remember the name of it.
Terraflu.
Terraflu. There it is. Yeah.
Terraflu.
That's it. And it just lessens the symptoms, and that's basically what it like lessens the symptoms, but it didn't affect the spread.
No.
And the moral high ground that a lot of people sat on during it, and I mean, even at some points, I felt like not even like I went and got the first 2 shots because I felt
Same.
like, hey, I'm doing something for people. I don't need it. I'm young. I'm fine. My comorbidities were pretty low. I didn't really need it, but I went and got it, and then I felt like I kind of got duped by my own government again,
Yeah.
and by my own our own friends. We were all duping each other.
Yeah.
Did you get COVID?
No,
Have you had COVID?
No, I don't know.
Have you had
I've had COVID?
I've never had a positive test.
Yeah, I've never had COVID, and I have been exposed
so many times.
And there was a 6-month period, maybe even longer, where I was getting tested twice a week just to make sure, because I am around the public so much that I didn't want to compromise somebody else. So even if I didn't have symptoms, I was going and getting tested, and it caused this anxiety in me where I'm scared to be around people, because what if I have it? Oh, and like now it can be where you don't have any symptoms at all, and
they created a whole generation of anxiety because they're telling you,
this paranoia.
You could kill your grandma, you could kill somebody else's grandma, and it created this whole fake thing. And the reality is, the respiratory professionals, the people that deal with this on a respiratory illness that understand this, have said and have come out and said this just needs to go through the population. You cannot stop an airborne. We do not have the technology capabilities. Doesn't matter what we do.
You gotta let it.
It's got to blow through the population. It's the way, and even if people die, and it's fucking sad. Well, what we should have done, which is what we always should have done, was if you were high on the comorbidity factors, we focus on you. If you're older and you're in an elderly home, we do limit contact. Maybe let's focus on doing some online stuff.
But that also causes a lot of like bad things that happen to the elderly, because they need the constant like.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like Zoom, things like that we were using for everything. That should have been more of a focus in nursing homes where they're seeing them. And I realize like you may not. It should have been personal choice, which is what we basically a lot of what we talk about in general when it comes to this is a suicide. We're talking about any type of thing that's going on. People should have the choice to do what they want to do. But at the same time, when the whole government is like just being lied to and gaslit.
Yeah.
Like, no, you're crazy for thinking it's you know what I mean. You're crazy as fuck for thinking that this happened in a lab in Wuhan. Oh, by the way, it did happen in a lab in Wuhan. We know this now. Like it's all the stuff that like they were telling us was a lie in the beginning. It's all coming out to be true. And I think the worst part and the absolute worst part about this is it makes all the Trump supporters right. And he's back on Twitter now. Did you hear about that?
Isn't he running for
I don't have a Twitter.
He announced he's running for president, everybody. I don't know
How
if
are you
excited.
allowed to run for president after you've been impeached?
I don't know. Ask Bill Clinton. Just kidding. He was impeached in the second.
I loved Bill Clinton.
There's only 3 rules. There's only
too
3
young
rules.
to care.
God, he played that
There are
saxophone.
3 rules to be president. You know what they are? Is it 3? Yeah.
You have to be rich.
Yep.
Rich, American,
and white.
And over 35.
Born
and a man.
here over 35. Is it 35 or 45?
35.
35. Yeah. It's
You
like
can run
born
next
here
year.
35.
No, you can run this year.
No, I can run in 2024. Well, there's not a presidential election next year. This year was like.
Okay, well go
So in
ahead.
2024,
I'll vote
I can
for you.
run. You're gonna vote for me? Fuck yeah, dude! Just write me in on everything. On everything that like Jordan somehow won.
Well, I mean, like if Kanye's not running, then Jordan Bell can run, and it's about the same thing.
I don't want Jordan and Jordan to run
Wouldn't that be
against
hilarious?
each other.
No, we ran together.
Yeah.
you
Let's
guys-
run together.
Yeah.
Oh, vice president. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we could do it. Did you guys? Speaking of Zoom calls, did you guys? I don't know if you guys have seen this, but I wanted to show you guys this and see what your guys' opinion is on this.
Now, consumer spending is up. If you look at the graph right below.
What page are we on?
I'm sorry, we're on page 12, the second graph from the top.
Okay.
Top left.
Danielle, turn your camera off.
All right. So if you look, we're 0.15% higher than 2019. We started this
Oh, no.
with 2.75%.
Oh
Holy
no.
Shit.
Daniel.
I don't think he's
Daniel.
anywhere.
You can make for us?
Daniel.
Daniel.
Call me.
Oh my God.
You call Daniel on his stuff. Call Daniel on his stuff. How do we turn this feed off? Wow. We can't. Oh, hell no.
Daniel. Oh my God.
Look at the girl in the middle got closer because he's like, wait, hold on a second.
So I'm gonna start the beginning of the video quick. So this guy, for the people listening, they're on a Zoom call. This guy started the Zoom call. It doesn't realize when you like when you start the Zoom call, even if you close your shit out because you're the host, you're still technically on, and he didn't shut his camera off or nothing. So this guy, the Zoom call's over for him. He goes to walk away, and then if you see him in the top corner, you can kind of see him. He walks away.
Is up. If you look at the graph
This is the
right
first
below.
indication. He comes back with lotion and
I'm sorry,
tissues.
we're on page 12,
And then he
second
sits
graph
down, and
from
then
the
his
top.
group, the group of people start to realize, oh my god, he's getting ready to jerk it. And then he's on a Zoom call with his coworkers, and he got caught. He's getting ready to get, and they're like Daniel, and he's like, oh, I'm busy, man. Little Daniel needs some attention.
Yeah.
Oh no.
What would you guys do if you found out that you guys got caught on camera?
I don't think I would be
completely.
on camera doing that.
But you don't,
I didn't. It would never be me.
No.
You don't know how to know that you guys are women because you just said that. This could easily happen to me 1,000 times. You know?
Are you kidding me?
You just start jerking off randomly.
What do you guys think I was doing before you guys got here? I'm just kidding. That didn't happen. I'm just playing. All right, I got a couple more videos. I know I got one more I want to show you guys and get you guys' opinion.
We're all gonna have HPV now.
What's your guys' opinion on this one?
Not me.
What is her face?
It's me. It's me.
So in that situation, is he wrong? I mean, she's there dancing. Is he not allowed to look?
He doesn't look like he's enjoing it.
Yeah, I don't think we're allowed to look like we're enjoying those situations.
No, you're not.
I got one more video for you guys too. This one's hilarious as fuck to me. You guys tell me.
Alright, I gotta ask you just a non-criminal question. This is my. Did you poop your pants? How old are you? Why are we shitting our pants, sir? Why are we doing that? You're too grown for that. You can smell I poop my pants. It's seeping through. I might have another go at it. And then what? I think I gotta poop again. Oh. Please don't poop. I'm begging. I'm almost here. Don't poop.
My favorite is
Have you seen
I might have another go at it.
Have you seen the lady that gets pulled over and she has to shit and they won't let her go to the bathroom?
No, did she shit her pants?
I don't know if she actually does, but she's like crying, just let me go poo,
So
please.
I had to bring this one up because a couple weeks ago when we had Molly Noren on, we did one where about a girl, she got arrested and they thought she was putting a bag in her hooch.
Yeah. And
instead she was like, it was just my big lips. I just have big pussy lips.
Yeah.
Like she's like, it's just my pussy lip. And he's like, no, you're putting a bag up there. He's like, no, I just have big pussy lips. Like,
yeah.
So this one reminded me of that one, but the guy's shitting his pants as he's trying to get nice.
Poor guy.
That's my biggest fear is to be like.
He's drunk as fuck though, let's be honest. He's drunk as a fuck. I might have another go at it, guys. I'm about to look at
that's like one of my biggest fears.
Yeah, shit.
Get like pulled over and have to poop. Or like get stuck in a situation and then have to poop and can't go poop. Or like being sitting at the podcast and be like, man, I really got to shit.
You were gone for a couple minutes there.
We had White Castle last night.
Oh my god! So
after you left,
there's a reason why my bathroom has got blown up.
We went to White Castle last night, right after you, because you guys were talking about food, and I was like, Matt, let's go to the White Castle.
Let's go to White Castle. Let's do it. Okay, I got a couple more things I want to bring up and get your guys' opinion on. What do you guys think with all the father issues? What do you guys think about this article by Cosmopolitan?
Ew.
Girl describes what it was like to have sex with her dad. The sexual intensity was nothing like I'd ever felt before.
No, I don't want to read this.
It was like being loved by a parent you never had.
No.
And a partner you always wanted at once.
No. No.
Courtney's bailing out.
No, I'm done.
Courtney's bowing out already. Oh man, you don't like that?
No.
Oh my god. So you guys don't think that's good for society to know?
No.
Okay.
No. I didn't know my dad as a child, so I just knew other dads.
Yeah, I didn't know my dad.
I have a really weird relationship with my dad.
Yeah.
Like, I love my dad to death, but we have literally never spoken about anything sexual. Ever, literally. Like, when I was little, I remember, the only thing I remember is when I was little, I used to take baths with my dad.
Yeah.
And, like, that's so fucking wild to me, and it's disgusting.
There's a switch that flips, I think, with guys, like their daughters and dads and daughters, where you're kind of like, oh, okay, it's over. Like, the innocence is gone. Like, you know what I mean? Like, my mom, this is a funny story. My mom was making hot dogs for the kids the other day, and she goes, who wants a weenies? And that's what we refer to the the little kids in front of her.
Yeah.
Because, like, we don't want to be like, and we should probably say penis, but, like, I don't like using the word penis in general. So, like, wiener or weenie is what we use.
Yeah.
And my mom said that, and she's like, and Ryla was like mortified, like, oh my god, no, I don't want weenies. What are you talking about? She's like, no, hot dogs. She's like, they're also called weenies. She's like, no, that's not what weenies are.
Yeah.
And it's like
She's never gonna eat a hot dog again. Scarred for life.
Good.
Yeah.
Mission accomplished as a father.
Yeah.
Like, anything sexual that has to do with my dad is like the grossest thing ever to me.
Okay, I got this one too. Did you guys hear about this? And a cop visits schools to teach how to be good police, and then accidentally shoots one of the kids.
What the fuck?
This guy.
This happened
with a real gun?
Yeah, in Indiana, a cop in Indiana has shot a student after accidentally firing his gun in a school. The child is currently at the hospital with non-threatening injuries. Well, obviously, that's good. Deputy Tim Dispennett has been with the Vermilion County Sheriff's Office for 19 years.
Oh my god, that poor man has to be like
That's the guy
mortified.
that shit his pants in that one video. He does.
Yeah.
They look the same. They look very. But anyway, that popped up.
Like, he's trying to teach gun safety, or like.
Yeah.
Did you guys
basically like we're good? Like police, we're not bad guys. Oh my! Oh, whoops! Boom! Like,
see, I've always been one of those people that like advocated for the police. Like, don't be scared of the police. They're just here to help you. Yeah. And then all the shit happened, and I'm like, fuck.
Did you guys see where I don't know where it was at. Nathaniel was telling me about it. Where like there's a school security that's like shooting people with like blank. It's not blanks, but it's like
pellet gun,
like rubber
rubber bullets,
like rubber bullets
to stop like altercations as they're happening. Like
what?
Nathaniel was talking about that, and he was like, what if they did that in school? And Jordan was like, absolutely not, because that still hurts and it's still causing. And I'm just like, man, you know how many times I've been like, fuck them kids. I just want to, just one good time. Just, I mean,
get a spray bottle.
Not full Casey Anthony, just enough to like make them feel the pain. Yeah. But that's, I mean, I think that's argument, terrible. Though. Imagine being a cop and you actually shot one.
They're non-lethal. They're non-lethal. And I mean, if you remember when we were kids, when they'd be like, your parents would have to sign something that says that the teacher or the principal could whip your butt.
No, never.
You never remember? You don't remember that?
No.
Well, I went to Howard Elementary.
So did I.
For my first, well, they had it there. You must not have just your.
When did you go to Howard?
Your parents knew you'd like it.
First grade, half of first grade.
Okay, I went for second grade after.
Okay, well, when I was there, which if second grade would have only been a couple years after I was there.
We're only a year apart.
Yeah. But I mean, you went in second grade.
So it would have been 2 years.
Yeah, but like. I left first half of first grade, so you would have came like two and a half. I don't know. It's weird. Yeah. The numbers there are weird because you'd have been in kindergarten, but you weren't there. So 2 years, yeah, like 2 years. Anyway, I just know with that they were like I don't see why if you're a teenager and you're in school and it's like a very very busy school like Kokomo, some of these kids might need to get shot with a fucking rubber bullet gun.
See, and that's what like you got to think of.
But then you have the teachers that don't really pay attention to which kid is the one in the wrong, and
the teachers aren't shooting. This is the security.
It's
right?
security. Yeah. And it's a bigger school. I see, like, Nathaniel was talking about it. I saw something about it on TikTok. I scrolled, like, past it before I could see, like, what it was, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I would not want anybody to shoot my son, even if he was in the wrong. Even if my kids
were in the fight, I would not.
If somebody's got your kid in a headlock and they're beating the shit out of him, do you want them to get shot?
No.
That's really the question.
Well, I mean, like, did you, like, when I said, like, I don't,
kids are a lot bigger than me now.
I don't want anybody to shoot my sons.
Yeah.
Allie, on the other hand, I feel like if she were to get into any type of an altercation, it may take. She just seems like the explosive type. She just seems like the one that you'd have to.
Well, women are taught that women grow up in a world where you guys do not really have a threat of physical violence like from each other. It's only from men. So I feel like in that situation where like women are, you guys actually can be way more explosive in arguments than we can because it's society wise we can't, like if we hit you we're pieces of shit immediately. Right? Like,
well, I don't want anybody to ever put their hands on anybody. I don't think anybody should ever resort to physical violence. You can't say you've never seen a woman hit a man, right? No, I've been the woman that's hit a man.
See, there you go.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Today? I'm just kidding.
No, not today. No, like, never ever. No, I was in 8th grade and I got into a fight with a male student.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, on the bus. It was.
He was like, Ewoks suck, and she was like, fuck you.
No, he put his hands on me first, and I don't really know any more of the altercation that had happened. He put his hands on me first. I struck him back, and I don't really remember any more from it. But I'm so glad I'm not that person anymore. Right. I'm not a very explosive person as far as like physically, but I was going through a lot in 8th grade. Yeah. I mean, shoot, like I was all about Ewoks.
Did you guys hear about this? I died when I read this. This is a girl posted. She said, my wife is pissed at me because I discovered I'm poly. You cheat on me. I'm literally coming out to you right now, but okay? I'm literally marginalized, but go off about how I'm unfaithful, bitch. Sure. This isn't bait. This is real. Does anyone else have any good resources for poly people? How do I get more pussy? How do I protect myself from bullying? Thanks in advance.
So if you cheat now, you just say
I was poly the whole time. I'm
poly. I just now I'm comfortable enough to let you know.
Molly, if that's what about this one right here? Affairs put a spring in your step, boost self-esteem and life satisfaction only if you're a woman. So you can cheat
So
if you're
Alex
poly,
is-
you can cheat
Alex
if you're a
is
woman.
fine.
So men aren't allowed to cheat.
It
It's
was
only
fine.
women and people who are poly.
It was fine for Alex to cheat on me.
Yeah, it's okay.
He was just coming out as poly.
Yeah, he was coming out as poly.
Yeah.
Absolutely
But he didn't want
not.
you to be poly.
I would have been poly if he would have asked first.
What about this absolute insane man right here? Man legally changes his gender to identify as a woman so he can retire 5 years earlier in Argentina.
I think that's genius.
I know. He went from Sergio to Sergia. Nothing changed.
So
but
women
because
get to-
women are allowed to retire earlier because of life expectancy, so he just changed. Because
That's genius.
To me, it's like one of those societal issues that
retire.
ends up coming from
Yep.
everything.
I want to retire earlier.
Well, you're already a woman, so you're good. You'll be able to
That
retire
doesn't
early.
happen here.
I know, right? We need to get that going. I want to see if there's any other thing. Oh, did you guys hear about this one? OTG Sports, Mike Evans. I'm gonna give you guys a shout out from Kokomo. Bang Bros has put in a $10 million offer for Miami Heat Arena. So if you guys ever are going to a Miami Heat game down there,
It's
you guys
going to
might
be
go
sponsored by the Bang Bros?
the Bangs Bro
yeah.
Arena or something.
I
like
need
that.
Pornhub to start sponsoring stuff.
What's Bang Bros?
It's like Pornhub.
It's like a very specific type of like porn. Yeah.
I
Bang
don't.
Bros.
I've never
like, I'm not
watched.
really
I've
into
never
porn.
watched porn, so I don't know anything about that.
I don't think there's any other things on here I wanted to like bring your guys' attention to and get your guys' opinions on because
What is the...
which one?
Oh, it's just the death of Twitter. Nobody cares about that.
Well, no, like everybody thought Twitter was going away, and then Elon posted this, which I thought was pretty hilarious.
Yeah, that's
And
funny.
This was hundreds of Twitter's employees have resigned ahead of the extremely hardcore culturally setup of the company. Elon Musk was scrambling to try and get top engineers to stay. Remaining employees expect the platform to start breaking soon. None of that happened. It was all fine. Actually, it was like a record. It was almost like a bait to get more people to come onto Twitter. And I just remember everybody was like, "Post your tits, it's over. Post your tits." It was like genitals are we're all dying, and it was like, what the fuck?
Is that
Like,
why
half the
everybody's
timeline was-
posting their buttholes?
It was everybody posting their buttholes, and I was like, I don't know if I can
There's
be on
so many
anything.
buttholes on Twitter right now.
I don't
Yeah.
have a Twitter either.
Why don't you have a Twitter?
I've never had a Twitter.
I posted one picture, and then I haven't posted since then, and that's the only thing on my Twitter now.
This was like a woman taking an L here. She said, I recorded a video of me shitting on the floor for money, only for the guy to receive the video and not pay me. That he then promptly blocked me. I'm mortified that the video's out there of me shitting on the floor.
You have to get paid first.
Yeah, you always get the money up front. Like,
Yeah.
what is going on here? These people are so ridiculous.
Like when somebody orders something, you pay for it, and then you get the product.
And that's exactly what I'm saying. I don't understand
The
why
internet just has so many things.
Yeah.
Here's another one.
Jesus Christ.
Man gets shoved through a stifling bladder after shoving it
I
into
saw-
his penis.
In his penis?
What?
In his penis?
How?
She was like, I was expecting butt, but not
I mean,
penis.
yeah, for real. Like, that's what I was thinking. Like, a rope in the ass.
Oh, this is a
But,
typical
like,
Tuesday for me.
His dick?
In his dick, all the way up there. All the way up there.
How? What did they?
How did you get? It's like it's a
How?
rope. How did you get it up there?
How?
Some people have the ability, you know what I mean? You know, like when a clown, he was doing the reverse clown thing. He was
Yeah.
gonna like, oh, just keeps coming out, and everybody's like, oh my god, but it got caught up there
Yeah.
and stayed too far.
So you can't. You have to leave the end of it. What the fuck is wrong with
Speaking
you?
of clowns, oh,
Can a toothbrush be sexist?
Why am I paying $9,000 for this? I think the concept there is like the pink tax, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like the pink tax.
Yeah.
But then again,
That's a
like
thing.
that's also just women being stupid. Don't buy the pink one. Like, there's a
I get the purple
right?
one.
or just get the male one.
Of what? A toothbrush?
Toothbrush.
Yeah.
Oh, my toothbrush is green.
Yeah. Green.
It matches my toothpaste, so that way.
See,
It's
I buy
the
we
same.
buy the toothbrushes, and then I buy the little caps that go on the top because I'm paranoid that the
Yeah.
toilet flushing is going to get on my toothbrush.
Yeah, you're like the ecological like warfare going on in your bathroom just from flushing the toilet.
How
It's like,
often do you buy a toothbrush?
Probably like once a month.
Once a month? Yeah,
once a month,
that's
that
about.
quick? I
That's
thought it
about
was
me
like
too.
3 months.
How do you brush your teeth a whole lot though?
No.
I brush my teeth way too much.
Yeah.
I have a
When
car
my
toothbrush. I have a work toothbrush. I
If
have a
my
bag
toothbrush
toothbrush. I
has
have a
been
bathroom
somewhere that I don't
toothbrush.
want it to be, I will buy a new one.
Yeah.
Like if my toothbrush falls on the floor, I will
Yeah.
buy a new one.
Well, I mean, it makes
Yeah.
sense.
I'm so weird about shit like that.
My
Do you guys have
bristles
this
go
psychological?
down.
Your bristles. Do you guys have this psychological thing pop up for you guys?
Yeah.
So, like the person who ran next to your car when you were a child, like you used to have the visions of a person running and they jump over buildings and then.
Yeah, they
This-
jump
I-
off of the electrical poles.
Yeah.
And we're all
Yeah.
trying to
In the
figure out how
country.
before the internet we all had this like thing happen, and we're like, how did this happen? How did we all do this? How?
Did you?
Yeah, I did it.
I did it too. You did it too?
Yeah.
It's like that person
It's like the hat guy.
or the person in the dreams that everybody has dreamed of this person or dreamt of this person,
Yeah.
and
Hey,
no one knows who it
You guys
is.
can just say my name. It's Jordan. Hi, nice to meet you. I was there. Hi, nice to meet you. I'm in your dreams. Hello.
Ugh.
Hello, fellas.
Get out of here.
I was in your
Have you ever had the dream of the man in the hat?
No. I don't have very good dreams.
It's called the Shadow Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Shadow Man.
It's like just a man in a hat. You want to hear my story?
Let's hear
It's weird. Okay, so I was laying in bed. I was asleep. And
that track so far. Keep going.
yeah. And I rolled over, opened my eyes, saw a man standing next to the bed, and I thought it was Matt. This was like 2009. And
You thought it was Matt?
I thought it was Matt because he was wearing a hat, and Matt used to wear hats. So
Fedoras.
yeah, it was the fedora. I thought
It's
it was
even
Matt
worse
in
than
the
you
fedora.
expected. It was fedoras. And he just got a whole bunch.
But
He just
then-
got a bunch of
wow,
fedoras.
But then
from his
I like
grandpa.
rolled over and I like closed my eyes and I was like, it was just Matt. And then I woke up the next morning like, why the fuck would Matt be standing next to my bed? I don't live
Like,
with Matt.
message like, hey Matt, were you at my house last night? No. Why the fuck would I be at your
Yeah.
house? I don't know. You were in a hat.
Yeah.
Is Matt the Matt in the hat?
Yeah.
It's Matt in the hat.
Matt. Yeah.
Well, Matt in the hat knows a lot about that.
It was just fucking weird.
Voyeurism.
Matt's like, I've been waiting for us to be together since 2009.
Yeah.
When I was over your bed.
That's fucking creepy.
You
You're like-
didn't know because you were sleeping.
Yeah, I was sleeping laying down in bed.
And he didn't realize it, but like Elena and Alexis run around. It's like thing one, thing two, and he's like,
Well,
I'm the Matt in the hat.
Alexis was just born and her bassinet was right next to where he was standing.
Oh.
Because her bassinet was right next to the bed and he was standing on the other side of that.
What if it was
so
like
I
a
opened my
family
eyes,
member
saw that
watching-
person, thought it was Matt, rolled back over and went to sleep.
What
said,
if,
"Oh,
what
it's
if
Matt."
the shadow man in the hat is really just like your guardian angel watching over your daughter?
Well, then later on it happened again, except me and Elena were both sitting in the living room.
Yeah.
And,
Sleeping?
no, we
Not
were...
a dream.
No,
Real
yeah.
thing. Okay.
We were sitting in the living room and I saw somebody walk through my kitchen doorway and me and Elena both looked at the same time. Kind of like with the cat earlier. And then like it was the same person I saw. Looked like a man in a hat.
So you're
Shadow
awake?
man. Yeah.
It's got to be somebody that is somehow like connected to you.
I have no idea.
It has
It
to
was
be.
Matt.
Yeah,
in a hat.
It's Matt. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Matt in a hat.
You're freaking me out. That's just creepy.
Do you not?
I don't know anything about it.
You've never dreamed of it.
You've never
If I
heard...
dream about it tonight, I'm gonna fucking kill you guys.
Well,
It's like a thing that a lot of people have seen is just like a shadow man wearing like a hat.
I'm just hearing Martin Short's
Do you
voice,
dream?
You know what I mean? From
Yeah.
that old series, like, hello, it's me, the man in the hat. Ah.
Do you dream though? Do you have dreams and remember
Yeah,
them?
I do. But really, the dreams that I remember are usually like fallback dreams. So like I wake up and I'm like, look at my phone.
The dreams
I
in
go
which you're
pee.
dying are the best you've ever had.
The dreams of
Yeah.
I don't know. Hello, darkness. What is that the one? No,
Yeah.
no, it's all around me.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that song.
Yeah, I don't know. That's not what it is. It's like
We watched Darny Darko.
like, you know when you fall like okay, so I go to sleep. I wake up, I take my kid to school, right? So like there's an hour and a half in between or whatever. I come back, I lay back down, I go to sleep. That's when I have the dream. It's when I go back to sleep after being awake for a little bit.
Yeah.
It's more like lucid.
'Cause you
not
have, like,
lucid dreaming, but it's like
Vivid. It's like a vivid dream.
it's
Falling back
sta-
in a REM.
I fall asleep
quickly.
into a stage where I don't really dream most of the time. Whatever stage I'm normally in, I'm not dreaming. But also, I have heard that like if you like abstain from like THC and then you like if you like have a lot of if you smoke a lot or you eat a lot of edibles and then you stop, your dreams come back like a lot.
They do. Very
Because
much so.
apparently that part
Because
of
I
your
only
brain
smoke and
gets
stuff
fucked
during the weekends and stuff. So like during the week, my dreams are like crazy.
Yeah.
You dream too. I dream
Yeah.
every single night.
I don't dream as often as I used to. It depends on my mental state at the time.
Yeah.
Like usually when I'm happier, I dream more.
Yeah. That's good though.
And some of my dreams are like completely wild and out of this world, and like I'll look up like what does this dream mean, and then there will be times where I'm dreaming of a conversation that I would like to happen, and then like the next day I'm presented with the opportunity to have this conversation, and I never do it because I'm like, well, what if what happened in my dream is going to happen?
It is
based
going to
off of
happen,
that.
though.
So I never do.
Dreams are just premonitions.
I always
No, it could just be like you
I
working
focus on my
out-
own reality.
Oh, I know a lot of people say that like dreams are just you like working out like unresolved issues, and that
Yeah.
sounds like your anxiety. It's an anxiety dream of what could happen, and then it's sometimes it's best case scenario, sometimes it's worst case scenario,
Yeah.
and then you like have it, and you still like aren't to the point where you're like, I can deal with it.
There will be times where I'm having a conversation with somebody and I'm like it's not deja vu because it's not like it's something that I vividly remember in my brain. It has already happened. It's not where I think it has. It's like it really did during my dream, and I will like fall back from the like almost like where I look like I'm dissociating, but I'm really in my brain like, oh wait, hold on, in my dream I did this. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
That's
and
fun.
I do it's like
We might have had these like debates all the time.
It
like,
happens
about dreams
way
and stuff.
more than I'd like for it to.
Shelby has a shit ton of negative dreams. That's like all her dreams.
I
bad.
only remember the negative dreams.
The most recent dream I had was one where I was like something negative about Shelby. I don't even remember it now, but I told her the whole thing. I was like, this is what the dream was, and it had something to do with her, and it was like a negative thing. But like to me, it's like very rare that I dream, and when I do remember them, I usually have to like explain it as soon as I wake up, because if not, I'm not gonna.
Yeah, if I don't like either write it down or like tell somebody about it right then I'm not gonna remember in like 5
I have
minutes.
no control in that realm at all.
Yeah,
I had a really crazy vivid dream during the quarantine actually, and I wrote it all down as soon as I woke up because it was so scary and real that I didn't want to ever forget about it, and it was very much like past life.
Oh shit.
Like going back, there was doors and I'd have to go into a door to get to the next place and then go to another door to get to the next place, and then
I've had that.
I had somebody come up to me. It was not a hat man. It was not Matt. And came up to me and said, how did you get here? You're not supposed to be here yet. And he took me back to another door and said, someone's going to meet you on the next door. When you get to the next door, you need to go through.
Jesus.
And I got there and I was waiting. I'm like, no one's coming. And then there was like a room full of like mirrors, and I looked into every mirror and I saw a different version of me. And I knew it was me. It was like I knew that was me, but none of them looked like me now.
It sounds less like past life and more like multiverse stuff. Like,
yeah,
I saw different dimensions.
multiple...
You were in another dimension.
I went into
a place between dimensions.
Yeah, and I woke up and I was absolutely terrified. I was in the middle of painting a picture. Like had a canvas that I was painting, went into the middle of painting a picture and stopped, went to bed, woke up, and I burned the picture because it somehow was in my dream. And I was like, either my brain is getting really intelligent by being cooped up into the house and not being able to go anywhere, or I'm losing my mind.
Yeah.
And I stopped painting for like a year because I was like, what if I'm making things happen?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh no, I gotta go to therapy because I'm really just crazy.
What's that movie with Ashton Kutcher where there's like he's like
Butterfly Effect?
Yeah, it's basically you're basically, except for with paintings, you're like, instead of writing the journal, you're like painting. You're like, oh my god, I'm painting the future.
Yeah.
Isn't that a movie too, where they're like painting and it like the paintings? I don't know.
I just remember.
I think it's an Adventure Time episode.
Oh my god.
I was in Adventure Time.
I love that.
We've got an hour and a half. We've already went over.
Holy crap!
I know, we've been killing it.
This is what happens with me.
There's one last meme I want to share with you guys, and I just want, since this is actual the week of Thanksgiving, I just said when my family asked what dish I brought, I'm gonna say beef, and then I'm gonna swing on my cousin.
Yeah.
So this weekend, if you're like sick of your family, I know. For me and my family, every time we get together, we always play a game of Family Feud, and I'm not talking about the one with
we do too,
Steve Harvey. So if you're playing Family Feud this weekend, make sure to bring a little bit of that THC fun and have a good time.
That's why I'm gonna infuse
it makes the food
turkey.
taste better too. If the food tastes bad, have a good time.
We're gonna try it and see what happens. My family's gonna be very happy this year.
Anyway, this is the Kokomo Press Podcast. We're gonna have a great time as always. This week we had Kim,
me,
Fade, Kim and Fade. The what is it? The chemist?
Yeah, Kim the chemist.
Kim the chemist on Facebook. Check that out. That's her new page on Facebook. But you also have it on Instagram. But Kim the chemist, check it out. I know. Set an appointment. Do whatever you need to do. Come in there. Get your hair done. As always, we've got Courtney.
Yeah.
Courtney.
Yay!
Courtney.
Me.
Boo. I'm just kidding. And then you got me, Jordan Granger. We love you guys. Thank you guys so much. 2 kisses. Thank you for watching this episode of the Kokomo Press Podcast. We really appreciate you. Please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. You can check us out on the Kokomo Press at Facebook, at YouTube, at Instagram, or you can follow us all at our individual accounts if you want on Twitter or Facebook or wherever. You can get our merch, or if you really, really, really want to help us out, it's only $5. You can actually subscribe to our Patreon. Check that out because we have a lot of content we want to give you guys, and we want to put more and more out, and it's starting to get expensive. So hit us up. Thank you for watching this episode of the Kokomo Press Podcast. Thank you so much. We love you. 2 kisses.